Good morning, everybody. This is your Dow Jones day trade setups for today. We had the interest rate hike announced yesterday, as the Fed have been saying for quite some time, and as the analysts all forecast. And we initially fell, and then we rallied. That was the first bit of news. Then there was additional COVID news, and then there is peace talks. Russia's around the talks table at the moment. All sorts of things happening, and that's why we had the strong rally yesterday. It was pretty much around the peace talks, and then we had the fall with the interest rate hike, and then the buyers decided to step in again. Anyway, nobody knows what's going on. None of the algorithms, none of the traders, and it's just kind of a free-for-all at the moment. So there are two really key things that we need to pay attention to here, and the first one is really this level up here. So that is 34,123. Okay, so you can see that was the previous resistance, and it's been, the last 2-3 weeks we haven't got through that. We are testing it again now. The second thing to pay attention to is the 155 EMA, which is a little bit higher, and that is this previous swing low. You can see it lines up perfectly. So this could be an indication that we have some downside coming. This pin bar hanging here, almost a hanging man, not quite a hanging man, but whenever you see this kind of move, there's always a worry that the previous downside move is going to continue, and a lot of people will play only the break of the tail to the downside. This is also a triangle break, so remember what I say. I always say that you have a retest of the apex, and the apex is going to be somewhere around there. Could be a little bit lower, but there is support here. You can see there's previous support, there's previous support, and then we broke below it, but we didn't test it again. So that's another level to be paying attention to, and that's 33,175. So we've got our macro view. The other thing to bear in mind is we are actually sideways over the last couple of weeks. Even though the move has been aggressive or volatile, we have been sideways. So looking at the 3 hour, you can see the trend line break. You can see the trend line retest here quite nicely on the 1-3 hour bar. And this was the news of the interest rate hike, and then the rally up, and now we're bouncing off the structure at the top. So pull back down into 33,700 area would definitely offer some opportunities to buy. Pull back further down here at 33,175, I'd be back to sit on hands. So the structure has broken, and a lot of times when structure like that breaks, just do that, then sorry guys, let me just, where's my, just do that. I can see it, just see the middle line so I can move it. So that is the structure break targets, which is to the upside of 34,965. I'd round that off to 3,500. So 3,500, look at the support to the left. So any one of these tails here would offer resistance. So that's kind of the upside move. So let's just make this chart a little bit less noisy. And if we look at the hour and put all of that together, we have a couple of things that you see. Firstly, oscillators are grouped the upside, indicating we're at a level. We know we're at a level. Secondly, the moving averages have crossed over, and we didn't quite get a 155 break retest. We broke it the day before yesterday, hovered up here. I was expecting a deeper pullback down here before we didn't get it, and then we had sort of a rally through the day, and then the noise came out right here at this gap, ran down to the trend line, buyer stepped in, and then drove this thing up. Now this move here is significant because that is sort of the last 3 hours of trading basically, which was a 2% move to the upside. So for me, it would be interesting to see what transpires between these two levels, and this is a 15-minute view. So you can see there's my 15-minute what could be support right here. So if we can hold this at 33,977, I'd expect another attempt at 34 34,123. Alternatively, what I'd look for is a break of 3400 and retest of 3400, and then look for this level again. There is a little gap to the upside. It does indicate to me that we're potentially going to move, and then looking for 34,329. So this is kind of it's a 180 point trade, so it's a one-to-one trade essentially. It'll be a range break trade more than anything else. So this would be the range break, test, and then move. So yeah, just based on what happened yesterday, I think yeah, bad news is good news, and good news is good news at the moment. So I think the market is just starting to sort of see value in a lot of stocks at the moment, and so you're going to see people climbing into a lot of stocks which have been heavily discounted over the last couple of weeks. So yeah, go with the flow. So trend reversal has not yet happened. I mean, it's kind of starting to happen on the hour, but when you look at it on the bigger time frames, we're still below the moving averages, and we've got a grouping of the oscillator. So I'd expect one or two more sort of moves down, but this is the first high over the week. So this weekly high, it's the first one that we've actually really got in a while. So you know, if we take out the next week going into Friday, as I say, we close up here at 34,500 area, and we get through these two next levels, then yeah, I'm start turning bullish pretty quickly. So yeah, that's kind of my view at the moment. There are little opportunities, little scalps here. Pay attention to them. There's definitely one brewing at the moment. I don't see us pulling all the way back here unless some noise comes out of the Ukraine, which is not what everybody's expecting. Other than that, I think you're more than likely going to see a bit of a rally to at least 3,500 before we start looking for excuses to pull back again. Okay, so anyway, that's kind of my view at the moment. Break below the lows of yesterday sort of puts that null and void. Okay, so if we start breaking below the lows of yesterday, then we're back in this range and triangle, and then I'd want to see a break of the trend line to the downside before looking for short. So at the moment, it's buy the dips on the hour anyway. Okay, hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.